John Sharp, and I'm the ed tech trainer at Tempe High School. And I'm going to be presenting on how to embed a YouTube video or another type of video into Schoology using the embed code. Okay, and I'm going to start out by sharing my screen. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen now. I hear a little one.
Yeah, that's mine.
Awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out in Schoology, and I'm going to go into one of my courses. I'm going to use my trusty webinar course I've been using for everything. Okay, and what I want to show you is that normally you would be able to embed a YouTube video into an assignment or a page or a discussion, and I'll show you how to do that into an assignment. So I'll click on the assignment. And YouTube video assignment, so I'm just going to call it YouTube video assignment. And normally what I would do to embed that video in here is to click on here and to go to YouTube, okay? When I do that, it would give me a search feature, okay? So what I would do is I would put maybe, okay. And then you could click on this, how to make stress your friend, right? Yeah. And you would click on this. Normally, it would pull up videos where you could just click on the video and make that attachment and embed that video right into your course. But we're having an issue with that right now. So what I would like to do in this video today is show you a workaround on how you can embed that video without having to deal with this issue, okay? So what I'm going to do is I've already got my assignment created, and you can embed a video link into a page, into an assignment, into a discussion. So you really have a lot of options where you can embed it, okay? So I'm going to put in here, please watch the video below, and then respond to the reflection questions that are attached, okay? I'm going to go ahead and skip some spaces there, so I'm ready to put my video in. So now at this point, because I can't use that link there, I'm going to go directly to YouTube, okay? And I just happen to have that video right here. So what I'm going to do is, you know, teachers are used to just copying the link right here. You can't do that in this case. So what you're going to need to do is go down to where it says share underneath the video. Okay, so I'm going to click that share. Okay, now I know you'll be tempted to take the first link you see, but this is not the share that you're going to be wanting. You're going to go over to the tab next to that, which is embed. Okay, so I'm going to click on that embed, and you'll notice that it's already selected for me, so I don't need to even highlight it. All I need to do is Control-C, okay, or Command-C if you're on a Mac. Okay, so I'm going to Control-C to copy that. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to jump back to my Schoology tab. And my first inclination would probably be to just copy it right here, right? But you have to take into consideration that I just copied embed code, which is HTML, and that's a type of web language, okay? And so I'm not going to be able to do it directly into my text box here. What I need to do is go into my HTML for this assignment. And I know teachers are going to say, oh, their eyes are going to gloss over now, and they're going to say, oh, I can't do that. It's super easy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to that right little button over here where it says switch to HTML. And I'm going to switch to that little circle that is not colored in. Does everybody see that? I'm going to click on that. Yeah. Notice that when I clicked on HTML, my text editor and all my information on how to format went away. So that's how I know I'm in HTML. So I'm going to come down. I'm just going to return a couple times, and I'm going to paste that embed code, okay? I'm just going to do Control-V. And now I've pasted that embed code into my assignment. But how do I get back? Okay, remember that little button? I'm the one that's open now, the little circle that's open, I'm going to switch to visual now by clicking on that top button. Okay. And then it'll take a second and you'll see that there's a placeholder for my video now. Okay. So I know that my video has successfully been embedded into this assignment. So what I'm going to do is normally I would go and fill out all the extra information, but I want to show you what it looks like now. So I'm going to click on create. Oops, forgot to put an assignment in. So now I'm going to scroll down to my YouTube assignment here. I'm going to click on that. And you'll see that the video is embedded right within my assignment that they can click on. And the good news about putting this YouTube video directly into Schoology is that the students can watch the video right here. They can even make it larger, okay? And what that does, what that does is it eliminates them from going outside of Schoology and into YouTube, because we know what happens when they go into YouTube. They see something shiny and they go to listen to their music or to watch another video. So by keeping it embedded within your Schoology course, you're keeping them focused right on the assignment itself. Again, they can watch the video right here by clicking on it. Oops, sorry. And if you have an assignment attached, then they can just click on that assignment to answer the questions. I'm going to go back and edit this again. And I'm just going to add some questions to this assignment too. Okay, you'll see my video placeholder is still here once it loads. Okay, still there. And now I'm going to add some questions I had previously made in my Google Drive. So once they watch this video, then they're going to answer some questions in my Google. So I am going to look for my reflection questions. And I'm going to attach those. So now they watch the video and they can click on this to answer my reflection questions and submit the assignment that way. Okay. So I'm going to stop for a second and hope that you don't have glassy eyes. Is everyone feeling good so far?
Yeah.
Yes.
So what we're going to do is I'm going to embed another video, but it's not from YouTube. Okay. So I want to show you that you can go to other sites besides YouTube to find that embed code. Okay. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to create a second assignment. I'm going to go back to my course and I'm going to go in and create a second assignment. And I'm going to call it, actually, I'll make a page this time, because there's no assignment that's attached to this video, okay? So I'm going to add a page. I'm going to say, watch video, okay? Please watch the following video and be prepared to discuss in our group meeting tomorrow on Google Meet. Okay, and the default font for this is 12. I usually go 14 or bigger. Sometimes I like it bigger because I'm old and I need it to be bigger. Okay, so notice again that we are in the visual. We're in the text editor right now, okay? So what I need to do is I'm going to go to find the video that I want. I'm going to go find the embed code. So I'm going to go outside into another tab in my web browser. And let's say I wanted to show this video right here for my class on Shakespeare, okay? So I'm going to click on this video. And what you'll notice most of the time is there'll be a little icon that looks like this. It's either an arrow that's kind of going to the right, or it'll say a share button right here. So I found the share here. I'm going to click on that, and you'll notice that they provide an embed code. Okay, so what I'm going to do in this case, all I needed to do was click in that area, and it automatically highlighted that for me. Okay, you can either right-click to copy it, or you could do a Control-C to copy it. Okay, So once I've got that copied, I'm ready to jump right back into my Schoology course. Now, again, my inclination would be to just paste it right here, but we can't paste HTML into our text editor. Again, we go to the right-hand side and we're going to switch to HTML. So when you click on that the little O there, or the little circle that is not colored in, that will take us to our HTML. Okay, I'm going to click on that. Again, notice that all my text editor features have disappeared, so I know that's how I'm in HTML. I'm going to skip a couple of lines, and then I'm going to paste. I can either right-click and paste, or I don't know if that doesn't look like an embed code to me. Or I could have done Control-C. So let me take a look and see if that works. It did not work. Okay, so let me go back. Make sure I got the whole embed code. Oh, there. I'm sorry, I had to click on the embed, okay? So let me go ahead and copy that again. My apologies. I'm going to go back to my Schoology course, go back to my HTML, and I am going to paste that in. Okay, usually when you have an embed code, you'll see an iframe at the beginning and an iframe at the end, and that'll tell you that you are working with an embed code. And what this is doing, it's telling where to go, and it's telling how large to appear on the screen, okay? So in order to go back to my text box, I just go over to the right again, and I click on the little circle that does not have any color in it to switch back to my visual, okay? You'll see I've got a placeholder in here now, and I am ready to create. Okay, I'm going to go down to that page to watch video. And you'll notice that this is a little bit different. They can still click on it. They can click on it, and it will take them to the Shakespeare page, or they could have watched it right there in their Schoology.
Hello, everyone. Hi. How's everybody tonight?
Okay, I'm going to stop this and check in with you guys.
I am the creative producer here at Chicago Shakespeare Theater, and
I'm going to check back in to see how everyone's feeling. Would you guys like to try it yourself now? Okay, so what you'll want to do is you'll want to open up your Schoology. Everyone open up Schoology. I'll give you a minute to do that if you haven't already done so. Okay, is everybody in yet?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So what we're going to do is just go to one of your classes. It can be any class. And you can always delete this after you're done. You're just doing this for practice right now. And I want you to go up to your add materials section. And I want you to either you can go ahead and add an assignment in this case. So go ahead and click on add assignment. So we're all doing exactly the same thing. Okay, so you can call it anything you want. If you want to call it sample embed project, embed assignment, whatever you want to call it. What I would encourage you to do is always put some instructions. I know it's pretty intuitive to go ahead and click on the video, but you might want to tell your students exactly what to do. So please watch the following video and answer the attached questions. Okay, you can do whatever you want. Just go ahead and put some instructions in there too. Again, I am going to go make this a little bit larger because I'm old. Okay, I'm going to check back in with you guys. Now what I'd like you to do is open another tab. So go up and use the plus sign and open another tab in your browser and just go to YouTube. And I would encourage you to find a video that maybe perhaps you've used in the past that you would like to embed. I'm just going to go to this one, How to Gain Control of Your Free Time. I probably should watch that in full because I'm not very good with that. Okay. If you want to watch that one, how to gain control of your free time, you could certainly do that. Okay. Now, just to let you know, whenever you go to YouTube like this, there are there's sometimes when you're not going to see that share button down at the bottom. Sometimes it'll be up in the top right corner of your screen, but it'll look like that arrow, okay? And other times you may not see a share button at all. And in those cases, if you don't see one down here or in the top right corner of the screen, that means that they do not want you to embed that or share that video.
Okay, I just ran into that.
Okay, what you could do, a way that you could do that is if you did find a video, you can cut and paste the link from the top.
Okay.
You see that on my screen, how I copied that link? You can embed that into your Schoology course, but unfortunately it would be a link that they would click on and come to YouTube, okay?
Yeah.
In that case, you would not be able to embed the video directly within your assignment. It would have to be a link out of your assignment, okay? So I found this example. Hopefully you've been able to find one example. If not, I'll give you another second. A lot of the TED Ed talks do have the share at the bottom.
Oh, okay. I found another one that I can share.
Okay, good. So what I'm going to do now is everybody click on that little share button. And you'll notice that the share is right here, but you want to go over to embed. Okay, so click on embed. And again, it's already highlighted for you, so you don't even have to click in there. All you need to do is either right click to copy or Control C. I'm kind of partial to Control C, which will copy that. Okay. Once you've got that copied, you're ready to jump back to your Schoology tab. Okay, so I'm going to jump back to my Schoology. Okay, I'm not going to copy it right into my text editor box, but rather I'm going to go to the HTML and I'm going to switch to that by going to the little circle that is not colored in to the right of my text box. So everybody click on switch to HTML. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to return a couple times. Just hit the return button just to give a little space in between your instructions and the video. And then I'm going to Control V, or I'm going to right click and paste it. Okay. So I'm going to stop there and check in with you guys, see if you were able to paste it in to HTML.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to jump back into my Schoology. Now notice I'm still in HTML. In order to get back to my text editor box, I'm just going to go to the right again to that little circle there that's not colored in. It says, when I hover over that, it says switch to visual. Notice that I'm back, and you'll notice that I have a placeholder where my YouTube video is, okay? At this point, if I wanted to attach a file, so if you're not going to use Google Drive for your attached questions, you could always add a file. And maybe you have it like a Microsoft Word document that you want them to use. You can click on that to add your file here and pick the file from wherever it is on your computer. So I'm just going to add a file that's a Microsoft Word file. I'm going to attach it by clicking open. So in this case, or this example, I did not use Google Drive. I actually added a file that had their questions on it, okay? Now I'm going to go, you can put in your due date there if you'd like. I'll go ahead and put in for tomorrow at 11:59. In my category, I want it under assignments. Okay, so now I am ready to publish. Before I publish, I want to check in again with you to make sure that everybody was able to do that successfully, to go ahead and get a placeholder for their whatever video.
The only thing I didn't catch was how you attach the file.
Okay, I'll go back, no problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete that file. And I'm just going to add another one. So in the left-hand corner, there's a little icon here to attach the file. I'm going to click
I see, okay.
And then I'm going to add that file from wherever it is on my computer. I'm just going to scroll down and pick the first one I see. And I'm going to add that, and that will attach to the assignment too. Okay?
Thank you.
So, no problem. Just make sure that you select the category or it won't let you create the assignment. So once I create, Okay, I'm gonna have to scroll down because remember, every time you add something new to Schoology, it always goes to the bottom. So I'm gonna click on that. And now you'll see that my video is directly embedded right in here. And I love the way that looks too. I think it looks really sharp. It looks very professional when it's embedded in there rather than having them click on a link to go outside. So when the students go to this assignment, they'll see my instructions here. They'll watch the video and then they can click on this link here to download the document to fill out the questions, okay? Once they're done with that, they can submit that file. They can just upload the file and submit it to the assignment. Okay? So one resource that I want to show you, because I know once you hear this, and maybe even if you just try it one time, it's really hard to remember how to do everything. So what I've done is I've created this resource for you on how to step-by-step embed a video into your Schoology course, okay? So what I'm going to do is I will provide the link in the, and this is everything that we did. I'm going to provide the link for this video or for this resource directly in this webinar. So I'll put it in the comment section. And what I would encourage you to do is go ahead and copy that link right now, put it somewhere safe. So in 2 weeks from now, when you have to add a YouTube video and you need to know how to do this, you'll know exactly where to look, okay? Or what you could do is you could click on the link now and bookmark it. So what you could do is just click on the link, it'll open up, and then you can bookmark that page by clicking on the little star in the top right corner, okay? And then that way you'll know that you always have it available to you. Okay, so let me go ahead. I wanna check in with all of you to make sure you feel comfortable with that. If you need me to do one more round of adding a video, I'm certainly willing to do that. Or I can answer any questions you may have.
I am trying to figure out how, if I'm going to do my own video, what is the best thing to use to create my own video that I can upload so they can see, because I'm an art teacher, so I'm thinking that I'll probably be doing some sort of demonstration of some sort.
Okay. Well, there's a couple ways you could do that. Would you be doing actual art like in the background?
Right.
Okay. So one way you could do that is trying to think of the best way to do that. What I would probably do, and this is a little bit limited, I'll be honest with you on that, and maybe I can find you some other resources, but one way you could do that is I'm going to go back to my Schoology course, and I'm going to create a page. And what you can do here, and I know this is pretty basic, but what you can do here is you can add an audio or video recording. And if you click on this, I know a couple teachers have used this. I know I have this ginormous head right in the way, but a couple teachers use this with a whiteboard right behind them, and they can record the message this way. So the one advantage of recording this is they can see you, they can see what's behind. It's not an ideal situation, but once you're done with that recording and you click on stop recording, it automatically becomes an attachment in this page. So you don't have to be uploading it somewhere and then using a link to get there. You could do it that way.
And that was on add a page?
It's on all of them. So if you want to add an assignment, you'll see that down in any of them, there's that little microphone. And again, I know it's not the most ideal situation.
Oh, I see it. Okay.
But the one thing that is nice about this with the audio and video is that once it is done and you click stop recording, it automatically creates a file right there that they can click on.
Okay.
Okay. That's just one option for you, and I'm happy to kind of explore maybe some other options that may be available to you too.
Okay, because I logged into a webinar last night with Mo, and he said to use what we're using right now, but this doesn't record, does it? I mean, I tried it last night, and I couldn't find anywhere where I would be able to actually record the video?
Can actually, but this is more probably recording your screen, although your students could see you. So what I'm going to do is, if you direct your attention to the bottom of my screen, to the more options where the 3 little buttons are, if you click on this, you could say start recording here. And what that'll do is it will record your whole lesson, okay? So if you'll notice, I'm actually recording this session right now. If you look in the top left corner of my screen, you'll see that there's a little record button there. So once I started clicking on that at the beginning of the lesson, it'll automatically record. Just note that there's like a 10-second delay in order to get it going. So if you might want to start, click on record, and then start. Okay.
Okay.
So what this allows you to do is allows you to share your screen. So if you have information on your screen, you certainly can share it. It can be any type of document, like a PDF, a text document. It can be the internet, and you can pull up videos if you wanted to and show the videos right here too. It doesn't have a whiteboard. That is the only feature that really limits you in terms of using Google Meet. You do have the option of using Zoom. Zoom is another web conferencing tool that is free. You can just go to zoom.com to sign up for that. And the advantage of using that is that it does have a whiteboard available to you if you wanted to use that to demonstrate for your students. And it also does allow you to make it a little interactive with your students. If you want to give the control to them to use the whiteboard, they can do that too. Okay. It is free, and there is a larger learning curve in using Zoom, so just keep that in mind. We are going to probably provide a few short webinars on how to do that, but I have to tell you, if you go to the Help Center for Zoom, they provide some outstanding, very short 2 to 3 minute tutorials on how to do everything within the body of that webinar dashboard. So if you do decide to use Zoom, I would strongly encourage you to go to the Help Center there and look at their 2 to 3 minute videos on how to use their platform.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm happy. I think there's some questions. I want to make sure that I've gotten everybody's questions. That is what I needed. Okay, good. The instructions. You needed the instructions. What is the limit for recording the videos in Schoology? Jerry, that is a very good question, and one that I should be able to answer in this webinar, but I don't have the answer. So I'm going to do a Google search real quick and see if I can find it while you guys are here. I think what it was recommending, it doesn't have specific. So what I'll have to do, Jerry, I'm going to come back to the video here. So what I'm going to have to do is do a little bit of research on that. And I will let you all know. I'll send you an email to all participants in here just to let you know what the file size is. I'm sure that there is a limit on how long the videos can be. But best practices in creating videos, especially when you're doing online learning, is to limit them to 5 to 7 minutes max. Okay, so you're much better served doing 3 or 4 or 5 minute videos, because kids start tuning out after about 5 minutes anyway, unless it's something on YouTube that they really want to watch. No offense to you teachers, but what I would encourage you to do is, if you do have longer lessons, that you chunk the material and you break it up into shorter sessions, and that way you're really not, you shouldn't be limited by that that file size in Schoology. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Are there any other questions before we adjourn? Okay, let me make sure I've got everybody in here. Okay. Joseph said, should we keep them to less than a minute? I think we could probably go longer than a minute on these Schoology videos. because I think what happens is they do kind of, I can't think of the word right now, but they do kind of make them smaller so that they can be added as a file to whatever you make, like the page. So yes, condense. Thank you. I've been talking so much this week. I'm at a loss for words sometimes, so I appreciate it. So I think it does condense those videos so that they can be attached to your assignments. But again, I wouldn't make them very long. Chunk the material. Pick the most meaningful material that you can add. If you need to do a series of videos, do 3 or 4 short videos and kind of spread them out during the week. That's what I would recommend for you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to be sending out some video tips on recording videos. Probably will come out from Kim Hilgers and the Teaching and Learning Department tomorrow. So you should keep your eye out for that because there will be some great tips and tricks and strategies on how to record video, either by doing live lessons or doing pre-recorded lessons, okay? And there's nothing wrong with doing pre-recorded lessons either, okay?
Okay.
And if you do decide to pre-record and record your sessions, what happens is once I stop this lesson, that video file will be, the transcript and the video file will be sent to my email. So if you do it, it'll be sent to your email and it can be easily uploaded into your Schoology course, okay? Okay, so that's it for me. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this webinar, and I appreciate the kind words from everyone. I'm glad that you got a lot out of this. If you need one-on-one assistance, I'm happy to go through it with you one-on-one. Let me go ahead and post the I'm going to post the sign-in sheet again so that you can get credit for being here. Let me do that quickly. If you did not get a chance to sign in earlier, I encourage you to do that. I want to give you your IPIP hours. Okay? You're welcome,
All right,
Dwayne.
John.
You
Thank
guys have a
you.
wonderful evening. Again, if you need any help, I'm jsharp@tuhsd.k12.az.us. Okay?
Thank you,
All
John.
right. Thank you.
All right. Have a great evening, all.
Bye.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. You're welcome.
Testing. Can you guys hear me? Yes? Okay. My mic wasn't working earlier when I was trying to record something. I meant to double check that. Thanks, guys.
Well, have a good night, guys. I think I'm going to try to clock out. I don't know how to do that. I'm going to try here. So have a good one, guys.